Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Morgan Greer Tarot. This is an older box. I do have the updated or a new version of it, but it's smaller and I don't know where I put it. So I'm using this because I like this deck. Supportive Oracle Cards. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed. There's some websites here at the bottom. Feel free to freeze frame and check those out if you want. There's also on the back of the book, next to her picture, is her website, ColetteBaronReed.com. There's a couple more. Feel free to freeze frame. Feel free to freeze frame and check those out if you want. Last but not least, about the illustrator, Jenna. There's Jenna's full name and all the information, including some websites at the bottom. Feel free to freeze frame on that and check out whatever you might want. Okay, what do we have for Virgo? The energy just picked up. It wants to go faster, so that's interesting. Because Virgo is like, to me, is like more relaxed and kind of like go with the flow. Energy's picking right up. Is that how it's coming in? I'm wondering if that's how it comes in, and then does it stay going fast, whatever this is? What are we dealing with? You do seem to be able to slow it down, whatever we're talking about. Something comes in quickly. So I got the Death card, and at the bottom of the deck, the Tower came in with the Five of Cups. Somebody else might be shocked. To you, it's completely new, but somebody else might be shocked and unhappy about the change. And when it comes in, it does come in pretty fast. I'm also getting the Seven of Wands. Somebody's trying to hold something together. I feel like somebody else is having a hard time dealing with the change. You seem to be kind of looking at it like, I don't really have a choice. Kind of like I'm stuck and I have to just do what I have to do. It's a very interesting connection I see here. You have the Emperor where you're standing, and you got the Hanged... Is the Hanged Man in this deck? Probably. Hanged Person, Hanged Man. Whoever, the Hanged Person. It's just thrown in your lap and you just got to handle it, and you just handle it. When I get the Hanged Man, it's like I can't really get out of it. I just got to do it. It's like I'm stuck here and I just got to handle it, so I'm just handling it. It's not about liking it. It just has to get done. That's weird. The Hanged Man is like usually non-action, so it's kind of like blowing me away. Can we get a little bit of clarity on that? Because it's kind of blowing me away that that's happening that way. The Wheel came in, and then the Ten of Wands. I don't have a choice. I keep getting like I don't have a choice. So like the Hanged Man, it's kind of like you don't go anywhere, right? So you're like, this is where I am. Like it's almost like if this was a job situation. It's like, well, I'm here. That they took that away from me. This is where I am now, and this is what they're putting in front of me. It has to get done. So I'm just doing the best. If I have to learn something as I go, then I'm just doing it. Because you got the Emperor is a person of movement, in my opinion. Somebody who's also taking control and just making it happen. I don't feel like I have a choice. I just got to get it done. It's not about liking it. That's how these two keep coming in. It's just kind of like, that's not how I usually feel about the Hanged Man. You also have the Hierophant in question. Kind of like, is this going to stay like this? I don't know. I feel like when you're doing this, like, I don't know if I'm doing this from now on, just for a week, for 2 months, for 2 years. I have no idea. For 2 minutes? I don't know. It just, like, I was told this is what has to be done. I got moved. This is what I'm doing. I just got to do it. I don't know where it's going. I feel like that's why it's in question. The Hierophant usually is, like, things go the same way over and over and over again. That's how I look at the Hierophant. I don't know. I don't know if this is what I'm doing from now on or just for a minute. I don't know. Especially the way this came in, I feel like you're looking at this like, I have no idea. I didn't expect this to come in. The Tower came in. Somebody moved things around because they felt like you could do it. The history of this is not being shared either, is what I'm also getting. Somebody ditched responsibility here. Somebody totally ditched responsibility. And maybe it might look on the outside like somebody quit and then that's that. But I feel like if that's what happened, especially if this is a job thing, people knew that this person was leaving sooner or later and did not make the necessary changes or accommodations that they should have. They should have been more prepared for this, but they just decided not to. as if, you know, they're pretending this person wasn't going to leave or something, or didn't want to deal with it. And there could have been better preparation for this, is what I'm easily getting. There could have been. They are treating you like the solution. Are you the solution? I don't think so. Whatever this is, I don't think it's staying. I think that's another reason I'm seeing the Hierophant in question. I don't think it's staying. Let's see. Is Virgo going to keep whatever's going on here? Knight of Wands, that's a no. That's a here today, gone tomorrow energy. And then the 12 is the Hanged Man again, but this time it's in reverse. This isn't staying. This is a temporary thing. Somebody might complain or something is happening. You're not keeping whatever this is. The balance is going to come back in. This is going to leave as quickly as it came. Comes in quick. You're just like, well, I have to do it. I just stuck with it. I have to do it. Leaves just as quickly. As fast as it came is as fast as it's going to leave. So if you only, for example, if they told you and 5 minutes later you were stuck in it, same thing's going to happen. They're going to tell you you're not going to keep this, and 5 minutes later you're going to be doing something else. So, like, if you knew 3 weeks ahead of time, you'll have the same leeway out, which probably I feel like for most of you that's not how it happened, but if it did, it did. Take it with a grain of salt, you know, general read and all that good stuff. Okay, so whatever's leaving, whatever comes in quick also leaves the same speed. What is Virgo left with afterwards? I mean, that's important, isn't it? What is Virgo left with afterwards? 7 of Swords in question. And the Magician. Don't let people forget that you helped them. Do not let people forget that you helped them. I'm not saying you have to hold it over them like an axe, but especially if this is a job thing, make sure you remind yourself to, like, hey, you know, when you were in a tight spot, who was there to help you? Virgo. Let's remember that. Do nice for me because I do nice for you. Don't let them forget that. Make sure you remind them. And if it's a business thing, make sure you're very careful about when you remind people. If this is I feel like you'll know. If this is a situation where you blurt it out in a public arena, that could still go against you. If you like wait until like often you're private, like, hey, you know, reviews are coming up soon, and just between you and me, since we're just here, me and you talking, don't forget that I helped you out. I saved your butt. Now look out for mine. You know, make sure that you keep them in loop. Like, don't forget me. I was there for you. You better be there for me. One hand washes the other. That's the balance coming in again for you. Make sure that they don't forget you. You did for them. Make sure they do for you. That's only fair. I'm like, why do I keep doing this? Because I'm getting like, you just got to remind them strategically. So maybe if it's 6 months before your review comes up, I would like maybe every 2 months remind them. I'm looking forward to that review because it's going to be a good one, right? It's going to be a good one, right? They know you did pull them out of the fire. You might want to keep this more private between you and whoever if it's business, you might want to keep this more private between you and whoever you feel is necessary. I wouldn't share it too much publicly. Maybe publicly let it kind of disappear, but in the right spot, keep reminding people, because I'm getting like, you might be called on again. You might be called on again. And I feel like, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, as far as Virgo's concerned, I feel like Virgo's not really a fan of this like 5-minute switch when I'm doing thing. But if you're compensating me monetarily, I can do it, but you better make it worth my while. You'll do it, but they got to make it worth your while. If they make it worth your while, all right, as long as it's worth your while. And I do see that you hit the mark for them. You saved them. You put order where order had been lost. So make sure they don't forget that. Because I see people like looking at you like you put stability back in something that lost the stability. You put something back and you handled it that way, like I don't really have a choice, I have to do it. But don't remind them that you felt like you had no choice. Don't remind them of that part, by the way. Let's just make sure, like, don't treat it like, well, you gave it to me, I need to have a paycheck, so if you throw something in front of me, I guess I'm just going to do it. We don't need to let them know that part. Because I feel like that's kind of how it was handled. Like, I have to make a paycheck, I guess this is what I have to do. Let's not remind them of that. Just remind them that, like, you know, I got it and I did a really good job with it. Let's remember that. because you could have done a crappy job with it. You didn't, and it's not really Virgo's style. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it right. That's how I interpret Virgo. You don't have to remind them that. You can just kind of let them, hey, I did really good for you because you were nice to me. Keep being nice to me if you want me to continue being good to you. Unless they understand that, like, Virgo, like, you take a lot of pride in your work, don't let them use that against you. Just don't let them. Just let's not highlight that. Let's just not highlight that. I feel like that's a characteristic of Earth signs. Like, you take a lot of pride in your work. Most Virgos, most Earth signs, if we're just going to go there, Virgos definitely included, you're not going to damage your reputation to make a point to somebody else, not usually, but they don't need to know that. They don't need to know that. Just make sure that they respect you and give you your due diligence. Don't highlight that you're going to do a good job either way. Don't highlight that. Just remind them that you did do good for them. Don't let them, don't fill in that blank for them. Let them wonder. Let them wonder. Anything else? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day. Hello again. I think I'm going to put this at the end of the video. I just want people to know I don't message people to get readings from me. I think it's Instagram. Am I on Instagram? I think I'm on Instagram. This is my actual Instagram. I think it's in the link below. You'll notice I'm following 51 people. There's a scammer out there, which I can't see them. I'm guessing they blocked me. Somebody said that they think they blocked me. But if I can see, I don't want that person's name up there because I don't. They put my handle with my picture. I just don't want to put somebody. Somebody helped me out and sent me this, and thank you. I don't have 14,000. I'm not following 14,000. I don't have 2,000 followers. And I have more than 20 posts. Like, you'll see that little moon thing there on the picture. I don't want to put that person's name out there. I don't think they want that. But somebody was nice enough to send me the picture of what it looks like. This is what it looks like. This is the wrong one. If you see it, if you could like either post like a balloon, like a little red balloon because it's fake, or just report it. Just, don't follow that one. I don't ask people to buy readings like that. Like, I put the message at the end of the video, but I'm not going to instant message you saying, hey, whatever this person's saying. They say some weird stuff like love and light, if I saw it right, which is whatever. But I don't do that either. I'm trying to find if I can see another example. There's been a couple people that have sent me the screenshot of this person imitating me. I don't do that. I don't text people asking them to buy a reading. So please be aware. This YouTube channel, James13 Wicca, the Instagram without the underscore, that should be below. Like without there's no underscore in it. So, if you see other things, let me know. But that's the only actual me. And again, I'm not going to send you a message, an email, or anything saying, hey, maybe you should get a reading from me. I don't do that. I put up the information. If you email me for like the details and how to get one, I will send that to you. But then it's also on you if you want to do that or not, and to choose which one you want of my options. I just want people to be aware because I've heard it happening to other, what do you call it, YouTubers who do like I do with the readings on here. If they're texting you or sending you a message, you might want to go to their YouTube where they actually post their new videos and make sure that's the correct one to be sure. And then ask them, send them an email and ask them, like, have you? Like, double check that, because I think it's happening to a lot of readers. So just be aware of it. And if you notice a fake account, please report it, especially if you notice it's mine, please report it. Thank you for watching. I just want to make sure people are aware that this is happening. Have a good day.